it's not surprising that a lot of people expressed interest in attending this rally and speaking in this rally. I appreciate all of those who did. The first person who, by now you know what happens. If you were foolish enough to put something on Facebook and express an opinion, you know you're going to get a message from me saying, that sounds like a great rally message. Would you come and talk? And the first person who raised her hand and said that she would do so is Sue Mulford Blume. So please welcome back Sue. Real close and right in it. Closer, right about here. Closer.
But I wear glasses, and there we go. Can you all hear me? Yeah. Okay, I'm a little old school, so I wrote what I wanted to say, and then my daughter critiqued it a half hour before we left, which made me mass right again. But anyway, I wrote like a composition, so my title is The Historic Storm.
Sorry.
If you put it too high, my glasses can't
Oh, no,
see.
that part just fell off.
Oh, okay. The storm in Southbury hit the town really hard. It was a historical event. People could not believe the damage caused by the storm. Houses fell into rivers, bridges and roads disappeared underwater and were destroyed. But one thing that wasn't destroyed was people's compassion for each other, for neighbors. Neighbors looked out for each other until help came. Strangers helped people who needed rescuing from the storm. And what lesson can we learn from this? Anne Frank wrote in her diary, "In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart." Wise words for someone so young. And once the damage was cleared and infrastructure was repaired, I realized that the town would heal. Trees would grow back, weeds would cover rocks, water would flow slowly again. While thinking about the election this morning, I thought about the storm and knew that emotions would take time to heal, like the storm caused us. Time is different for everyone in the way that we gauge its moments in our lives and feelings. My worst moment was at midnight when I knew Harris wasn't going to pull in the numbers to vote to win. Watching the election was so overwhelming that I thought I was having a panic attack. Tears were coming down my face. I had to turn off the TV. Sleep did not come easy at first, but I finally fell asleep, only to wake again. I had to know the results. I couldn't turn my phone on fast enough. I wondered, did my worst fears come true? Did he win? Sadly, it was clear that she had lost and he had won again. It was like Hillary all over again. But why? What is wrong with people was my first thought. Did they not see who he is? What he stands for? My mind screamed. I thought about all the people who worked hard knocking on doors, making phone calls, writing postcards, and how they must feel this morning. Where did it all go wrong? How did this happen? That's when I said to myself, you can't keep doing this. You have to let it go. Later, I read the Harris speech where she said, "Hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright as long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting." And then the part where she says, "Bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country, with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future." And we did it with knowledge that we all have so much in common than what separates us. I still cry when I read that. In another 4 years, there will be new candidates and another opportunity to help make a change. So I believe Harris is right. Don't lose the fight. Keep the knowledge that we're all Americans and we all have so much to gain when we all work together. As one of my favorite authors, E.B. White, wrote in a response to a letter he had received, "Things can look dark, then a break shows in the clouds and all is changed, sometimes rather suddenly." Do we all know Charlotte's Web? He was the author. It may appear dark for a while, but as time has taught us that light will come back. So you may ask yourself, what can I do now? And I can't give you that answer because only you can answer that. But I could tell you that I plan on keeping woke. I need to remember that there are many people who most likely thought they were forgotten by the Dems, and that the Dems care more about causes that didn't help them in their daily lives. And I believe it's our job to change that narrative and make them know that there's a place at the table for them. In America, no one should feel that they are living in the darkness, but there is light, a place for all. In the poem, We Must, a poet Charles Bukowski wrote, we must bring our own light to the darkness. No one is going to do it for us. You will never be able to dispel all the darkness, but there will be people who will help you find the light in your path. They may be someone you might meet at church or a rally. Or you may read a book and find it there. There will be help to guide you, encourage you, and share some of their own light with you. I know that coming days ahead will feel bleak and dark, but as the poet Robert Frost wrote, I like poets, I'm sorry. In 3 words, I could sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Harsh. I know it sounds harsh right now to me, but with every passing day, week, month, and year, it rings true that life does go on. Thank you for listening and giving me the opportunity to speak today. Always look for ways to bring the light into your day. Thank you.
Woo!